Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This will be another Nintendo NX video. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button to stay up to date with all of my NX content. Make sure you're subscribing for everything Nintendo NX. And don't forget to share these videos out to fellow Nintendo fans on social networking sites. I'm sure they will be interested in these videos. But what I want to talk about in this video is a topic that I did talk about in my recent Nintendo NX news rumor roundup video, and that is the fact that EA have talked about the NX and have said that they will make games for it if it makes sense. This is what they had to say about that. We're in constant communication with Nintendo, and when they come to market something and if it makes sense for us, we'll be there. Now for me, that suggests, for me, the impression I got from those comments is that it sounds like that EA will wait for the NX to launch and they'll see how well it sells. They'll see how big the install base is, and then they will actually start developing games for the NX depending on how big the install base is. But what they did come out a few days later is said that they are ready for the PS4 and Xbox One upgrades because of their Frostbite engine. So it sounds like that they have one rule for the NX. That's the impression I got anyway. Maybe I'm reading into this wrong, but the impression I got is that they want to wait to see what the NX is and how well it is received before they actually start developing games for it. But they are happy to develop games for the upgrade consoles where you're pretty much not guaranteed to get that many people upgrading. You certainly won't be getting 42 million PS4 users upgrading to the PS4 Neo. I think you probably only get about 5 million to 10 million maximum if you're lucky. So the impression I got, like I said, is that EA will wait to develop Nintendo NX games. For me, it feels like third parties are at it again. Now at this moment in time it is just EA, but it just sounds like that they are waiting, well in terms of EA's case, that they are waiting to see how well it sells. And it's the whole chicken and egg situation like we had on the Wii U. Third party companies waited for a large install base before they started porting or making or developing games for the Wii U. But for people to want to actually buy the Wii U, those third party games needed to be there to give them the extra push or to give them the reason to pick up a Wii U. And at this moment in time, my fear is that the same thing will happen with the NX, where you got companies like EA just sitting on the fence, getting splinters up the backside, waiting to see what the install base is going to be. Now I know that they are a business, and they have to judge these sort of things on how good it will be for their business in the long term and that. But I think what they should do is develop games for the NX at launch, see how well they will sell, and like I said in a few videos ago, put some effort into those third party games. Don't just port over November games in March 2017 at full price, because that wouldn't be good enough. You would just get low sales, and maybe they'll want that. Maybe they'll just want an excuse just to get out of developing games for the NX as soon as possible. What we should be seeing from these third party companies on the NX is them doing what they are doing on the PS4 and Xbox One. We never saw these type of comments like leading up to the launch of the PS4 and Xbox One. They pretty much supported those two systems straight away, put their games on that system. There was never a debate about, oh, let's just wait and see what the install base will be like before we actually put in or develop our games or port over our games onto the NX or onto the PS4 and Xbox One. There was never that doubt there. Now that EA have come out and said that, it does plant that seed in my head that maybe other third party companies will follow. Maybe third party companies will wait to see, like what they did with the Wii U, they will wait to see what the install base will be before they actually start porting and developing their games. But the trouble with that is, like, you got people that want these third party games before they actually buy the system. Before they buy the NX, they want to see a promise, they want to see third party support, they want to see that it's not going to be another Wii U situation where we didn't get a lot of these third party games. At launch, they want to say, yeah, I'm going to be getting the latest Mass Effect, I'm going to be getting FIFA, I'm going to be getting Madden. Just like on my PS4, just like on the Xbox One, I know that I will be getting those games on my NX. But the trouble is, if these third-party companies will wait, then it will just hurt the system overall. Which is why I think third parties, they're at it again in my opinion. Maybe it is way too early to say that sort of thing, but that's just the impression I got from EA's comments. It does sound like to me that they will be waiting to see what the install base will be for the NX before they start developing games for the system. And if more third party companies follow suit, then my fear is that you will have another Wii U situation in place again, where we had the whole chicken and egg situation, where in order for these third party companies to port their games over to the Wii U or NX, then he had to have the install base there. But for people that wanted to buy or were looking into buying the system, they want to see these third party games on there before they actually start buying the system. So yeah, it's just interesting. I don't really have a lot of faith in third party support. I'm not really expecting the NX to have the same level of third party support as the PS4. I'm not expecting that at all. For me, I think this could be the start of poor treatment for a Nintendo console yet again, unfortunately. That's just how I see it, but maybe I'm reading into EA's comments wrong. Maybe I have got the wrong end of the stick, but that's just the impression that I've got from those comments. Hopefully I am wrong. Hopefully these third party companies will actually just support the NX from day one, and there won't be this flipping, oh, let's just wait and see sort of things. Because you never did that with the PS4, you never did that with the Xbox One. Why the hell are you doing that with the NX? That's just my honest opinion. But yeah, that's just how I see it. Let them know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.